I'm at this year's IMDEX Asia 2025. Okay, so this is a maritime defense expo, and I have featured that in a previous video from previous years, and I will put a link in the descriptions below in case anyone is interested in watching that one. Here I go. Okay, the last time I was here was IMDEX 2023, and that's the video you'll see in my archives. And there is probably a lot of developments since then, and hopefully I'll be able to bring some of those. Pardon me, these flickering lights. It's probably upgrades from 2023 for sure. 2 years is a lot of time to develop, so let me go check it out. The helicopters are the same as last time. So while the platforms may not be very different from previous years, the technology that goes into each of these platforms, has definitely evolved immensely. So while everything appears to be the same outside, all the systems, radars, navigation, ISR, SAR equipment evolved rapidly in the last 2 years. These are all new underwater drones. So you'll see everything maritime here, maritime related. I don't believe I saw this last time, so this is a brand new drone. The vertical takeoff and landing. Planet is a company that has over 500 satellites, cube satellites, about this size, and that can be used for various things, particularly maritime and of course agriculture. I'll come to more of that in another segment. And India is here with their BrahMos missile, which can also, it's a supersonic cruise missile, can be launched from ships, aircraft, and from the ground. And the Philippines has been a customer, their most recent customer. There's all these other usual ones that you saw last time. If you look up my 2023 video from this particular show. As we wander around, here's a mock-up of the BrahMos, but it's not the actual size. And here's a drone helicopter, unmanned aerial vehicle. It's called a camcopter. Oh, it looks nice. And that's probably the actual size. And it's got an IMSAR NSP3 radar. That's good for SAR, search and rescue, ISR. Boeing's got their integrator. Surveillance that includes search and rescue, people in the water, surface, all vessels. You can detect periscopes out of the water. So, underwater drones are the in thing these days. And that's a pretty big one. That's interesting. Let's see, it's called a gray shark. It's just technical specifications. So underwater, this is brand new. You wouldn't see this from my previous episode from 2023, and that's why I keep coming to these kind of expos, because there's a lot of things that are new. Technology evolves so fast these days. It's just incredible. It's a pretty big size UA underwater vehicle. This is a Latvian company, also autonomous. Validated under real combat operations, they say. These are autonomous underwater vehicles and surface vehicles as well. These are all brand new. I didn't see this in the previous show, like I mentioned.
There's casualties or whatsoever. It all coming out of the possible.
Yes, you can also get the depth. So the USB other will tell you the distance, and then you have two angles.
Naval radars. They're becoming smaller and smaller in size and weight, and more powerful in technology. That's why we call them SWAP, SWAP. Check out the size of this engine. And that would be where the prop goes. All the big names are there as well. Abu Dhabi Shipbuilding. They brought some models to display. If you need to pause the video and read what's written, you are more than welcome to. These are patrol vessels. Patrolling. NST Engineering is homegrown Singapore. First time I've seen the airfish being featured here. It's a wing and ground effect aircraft. I've been talking about it for years, and there's a couple of prototypes, and that's pretty much it. For probably better part of the decade. Saab is here. They don't just make cars and the Gripen airplanes, they also are into vessels. Helicopter carrier Littoral. multi-role combat vessel, also helicopter carrier. SSR has come a long way. They've become again a low swap. What is a low swap? I'll put that in the subtitle below. AI is here big time, as they normally do in a lot of the defense shows. Maritime surveillance aircraft with two underwing hardpoints over there. You see, pylons can mount a bunch of sensors and all kinds of external stores. Satellite communications. If you wanted to see something high-tech, you landed on the right video. And that's one of the main reasons I do these videos, is to bring in things that you would not normally see, or you probably wouldn't attend events like this on your own, and I bring them to you, so it gives you an experience and an understanding of what's going on in the world of defense, maritime defense, and related technologies. All right, Elbit systems, and they got drones, and these kind of ships. Mine countermeasures. That's for removing mines. That's an armed drone. They make it even smaller and smaller with more technology and better. Alright, let's see. This is called the Rafael. I didn't show the ST Pavilion in detail, but here it is. Singapore Technologies. This is homegrown. Everything developed here in Singapore. And for a small country, there is a huge amount of technological development here. Including Singapore Civil Defence Force, unmanned surface vessel, and satellite technologies. Submarine. If you're in the market for a submarine, you contact these guys. An anti-torpedo torpedo. How interesting is that? Rolls-Royce, they were here last time as well, and they do a lot of maritime engines, not just aircraft and not just high-end cars. And this is Rolls-Royce. Mock-up of some of their engines. I'm familiar with their aero engines, of course. Around the area, these guys were there before as well. The sea venom. Not so much into missiles, but I'm just showing what's on offer at the Maritime and Defense Show. I'm more into search and rescue, and I did mention that back in my 2023 video as well. That is a good place to end the video, and thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed looking at some of the latest technologies that's available for maritime defense, coastal patrolling, surveillance, intelligence surveillance, reconnaissance, search and rescue, and all the related things that happens in the maritime domain. Stay safe wherever you are. These are turbulent times. Ciao for now.